Boo. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this lovely, lovely video by the title and thumbnail. This is my 2026 bucket list, goals, hopes, and dreams. I've made a little thing here, but before we get into that, I want to talk about 2025. I think I started crocheting 2020 late 2024, and I started with really bad amigurumi. You wouldn't be able to tell what it was. I think I still have it, but it's like deep under some stuff. And now I would call myself pretty advanced, okay? I still have many things to learn, but I feel like I have learned a lot. But I want to learn more. Which takes us to number 1. More sweaters. I've made 3 sweaters so far. 3 of them are bad. But they're like, I made them and they're fun and I can wear them. I loved that. I love that so much. And if I can make something that I wear out to see people in, that's my goal. One of the things you can make sweaters out of are granny squares. I want to stock granny squares. I've seen this on, it was only one video, but it was a guy, and whenever he didn't know what to crochet, he would just make a granny square out of whatever yarn he wanted in like a specific size, and then he would keep these in stock for sometimes months, but he would just have them if ever he wanted to make sweaters, blankets, bags, cardigans, other things you can make with granny squares. What can't you make with granny squares? But I feel like that would be really fun. And they were like decent sized granny squares. I think they were 8 rows. But yeah. At making these types of videos. This isn't a vlog. This is just like a short video of what I want to do upcoming year, 2026. Happy New Year's, by the way. That's exciting. But I would like to learn how to edit these vlogs better, how to film these vlogs better, what to do in the vlogs, make that better, and I feel like I can just learn that with experience, if that makes sense. Talking to a camera has already been pretty natural for me so far, but there are a lot of things I still have to learn. So I was hoping we could learn that this coming year. Let me turn on a lamp. Much better. Now, this kind of contradicts granny squares, but I only want to buy yarn when I need it. So, this depends on a few things. 1, I would have to have the means to buy yarn consistently. And 2, I would have to get yarn for projects, so the things I make would have to be very much so like more intentional. I would definitely keep some sort of stock of yarn, just like colors and everything, but if I want to make like a sweater, a blanket, like actual things like that, I would definitely go to the store with the intention of getting yarn for that, as opposed to starting off with yarn from my stash. If that makes any sense to you. Also, that uses yarn, I want to learn how to knit. Knitting seems so fun, and I see so many people knit and like knit things, and I want to make them. It doesn't look too hard, but like I'm really bad at it. Or at least I started off really bad at it. That would take a while for me to learn and like be good at enough to make like anything substantial. But Excuse me. Speaking of substantial things, I would love to do markets and like market things, but I don't sorry, my earbuds are being goof. I don't particularly make amigurumi that often. Like I've made some. I used to, you can't see it, my closet is closed, but that used to be the only thing I would make. But now I only make it if I have to, which is not often, so I don't really make it. But I know that sells really good at markets. I personally don't like it. The finished product, making it, anything. So we'll see how that turns out. But also at this point in time, sweaters and blankets and bags aren't reasonable really for me to make in that quantity and sell at a price that would sell and be okay with it, be okay with selling it, like if I like it enough to sell and all that stuff. So that's something to think about, but we could get better at that very easily. Number 6, another thing we could get better at very easily is being more productive. I want to schedule things, have lists. Like, I want to be that person that you are confused as to how they are so productive, you know? I want to, like, make things quickly, if that makes sense, because the sweater is in my closet right now, but the last sweater I made, check out that vlog where I made it, I did the front and back panel all in one day because I was motivated. Well, I wasn't really motivated, I just made myself, which is what I'm working on. And then I made I sewed them up, and then I made the sleeves. That, just sewing it was a whole day, okay? And then the sleeves were a whole day, but I made myself. Didn't want to, but I made myself. That's good, like, that's what we want. And then the cuffs, I'm not done with all of the ribbing, but I did the neckline and then both of the cuffs around the wrist, and I still have to do the cuff around, or the ribbing, I guess, around the body, but there's that. I also don't want to force myself to crochet so much that I get burnout. I want to force myself to crochet if I want the finished product, you know? Like with that sweater, I really want it to be done. But what I'm hoping is the pain of forcing myself to crochet is counteracted by like the joy I get with having a final product. And that's another reason why this would be hard, because currently I'm not as happy as I could be with the final products, so I would have to get better at doing that. I also didn't put it on here, but I would love to make more blankets. That kind of goes into this, just to have granny squares make blankets, because I've made one blanket and then I will have another blanket because it's like a yearly blanket thing. I'm not gonna start a 2026 yearly thing because 2025 I was very stressed, so you know, but once I finish that, I will have had 2 blankets I've ever made. But the first panel of the sweater, it was crazy easy and it worked up pretty large, and in my mind I was like, I can just make a bunch of these and then make like a decent sized, goodish looking blanket, and that would be really nice because I was having it like just held up to my like chest or legs or whatever, because I was seeing how it would fit or how big it was, and I liked it, you know, it like felt okay. Didn't take too much yarn and everything, so that was okay. That was nice. I had a number 7. I forgot about it though. I can't remember for the life of me what it was. So if you have any suggestions of things you want me to do, things you've done yourself, or things you want to try to do yourself, please let me know. I personally would love to hear that. And if there's anything you would like me to do, I would love to do it. But yeah, that was basically all this was. Just a wee little video. If I remember number 7, I might either just talk about that in my next vlog, which might be the first vlog of 2026, who knows, or I'll post it as a community tab thing. But either of which, I highly recommend checking it out if it's already happened, you know, like if this vlog is pretty old. And if you're watching this like when it's not old, I would recommend my other videos, because I have posted a few other videos already. Yeah, I can't remember. That's so dumb, I hate forgetting things, but, you know, I hope you had fun. I know I sure did. I am very inspired to make things, do all this stuff, especially this up and coming year. I have a few whips still that I'm gonna take into 2026 with me, but, you know, that's fine. Ideally, I wouldn't have any, but here we are. There's always next year. But yeah, it has been, whether or not